a new beginning has come and presented itself when you've barely even got this previous new beginning started, where you took up that burden. Hi, my name's Dee and welcome to Sunchild Tarot. Now this is a general reading for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, wherever in your chart you're wanting to pay attention to. Saturn and Jupiter are useful at the moment. And being a general reading, obviously general reading rules apply, as in timing is not absolute, roles can be reversed. I might be talking about somebody else and I'm actually meaning you and vice versa, although my readings are quite person-centered, to be honest. But one thing I would like you to do is to come to my reading with a question. Now, take a moment, think of all the questions that are around you, pause the video if you have to. Focus on one of them, because energy in, energy out. But the cards will answer whatever they want to, so be aware of all the ones that are floating around you at the moment. Having said that, I have a past and a present in this reading. If the present doesn't fit or the past doesn't fit, it's probably not for you. Okay, so don't try and make it fit. If it doesn't make sense, it doesn't make sense. It's not for you. Okay, having said that, let me bring up the cards. So, as you will see in my shuffle video, as you will see in my shuffle video, which will appear somewhere here in a few moments once I change cameras again, I had a bit of an accident with the oracle cards. One of the oracle decks exploded, and it left me with full moon, completion, and fog, veiled. Looking at these cards, you've been in a reasonably good situation, Leo, but I'll be honest, there are some challenges coming. And those challenges seem to be, you so far seem to be reacting to what's going on around you in a similar, very similar manner to a lesson you've learned in the past. This is my relevant past section. But here we have the Four of Cups, Eight of Cups, Two of Wands. And in the relevant past, we have an Eight of Cups, Two of Wands again. So what is it that you are thinking of walking away from? And what path are you actually ignoring at the moment? Because you're in a reasonably good space. We have at the bottom of the deck, Eight of Pentacles, the Sun, and Two of Cups. So, you're in a reasonably good space at the moment. Let me change the camera again. But there's been a lot going on. This Sun card on the bottom of the deck, I think, is lovely. This Sun card in the recent past, I've got more of a sunlight is the best disinfectant sort of. Let me see if I can get this camera to focus. This is just before the present. See, it likes focusing there. Bring it back to me. Not so much. I'm going to have to try and sort this out. So, where you are at the moment is King of Wands, surging ahead. And I feel that the surging ahead is from something that you are leaving. Simple as that, you're leaving. And you've been planning on leaving this for quite some time. But I want to look first at the relevant past. This is not the first time you've left something. We have the Eight of Cups with the Lovers and the Star. Your intuition led you through a period of time within your own underworld, and I think led you away, could be from a partnership, or it could be from a choice that you did not want to make. Although, to be honest, as much as I don't like it, I'm picking more the partnership thing up here more. It's almost like you were in a caregiving role and you just felt that you weren't getting anywhere. Simple as that. You were offering all the support and it's not that it wasn't appreciated, it's just that it wasn't achieving anything. And so you planned to move on, seeking some form of nostalgic idea that you thought was what you were after, but there was something that you were blind to at the time. So that's what I also got from here with this Four of Cups. What is it you're ignoring? There's something you're blind to now as well. So have a think back to whenever you've walked away from a previous partnership or avoided making a very specific choice when you were in a caregiving role and you ended up going, no, I don't want to do this anymore. Because there's something that you probably know now that you was ignoring then, and you were ignoring something similar to that now. So there was some form of celebration that led you to be feeling defensive because you felt people were just going through the motions, going through the roles. They were pretending. The Three of Cups can be third party situation, can be a celebration, but also sometimes some Three of Cups, and this is one of them, I get the sense of it's people performing. You know, they are going through the motions, they are acting a role, they're not entirely being genuine. I mean, sometimes it can be wonderful friends, but no, this crew here, they're performing. They're performing for a good reason. They are paying homage to a specific god, and they are holding a drama in that god's honor, but they are performing nonetheless. And that gave you a clarity where, as I said, sunshine was the best disinfectant. However, clarified by the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Wands. Okay, so you found something out that made you pick up a burden that made you happy. Right, that's because I'm still getting that sunshine is the best disinfectant, but I can see the more positive aspects since it's being clarified with the Ten of Cups. There was a burden that you chose to take on board because of something that you learnt, and you were happy from it, but it was because of facts that were revealed to you that hadn't been revealed up until that point. That gave you a whole new dream, and whatever those facts are, they sorted themselves out. Maybe there was some injustice there, because we have the Justice card here, and like I said, I got that sunshine is the best disinfectant. Some truths came up and some ends were met. You know, there's someone paid for their actions. Not you, I might add, because they weren't your actions. But that gave you a new dream to head forward on. But recently, all of that has changed. You've almost been like, you've picked up that burden, you've gone into a new way of going ahead with things, a new position, a new role, and then all of a sudden, whoosh, like a tidal wave across you, a new beginning has come and presented itself when you've barely even got this previous new beginning started, where you took up that burden. But it is something that excites you. It is something that is right, although depending on how you approach this new beginning depends on how right for you, how right your actions are in this. There's things that you're not seeing. So this new beginning, yeah, it looks good for you. You're certainly really wanting to thrust ahead with it, but be nice as you do it. I think because that dagger on the Justice card there can be a bit double-edged. And there's something that you are wanting to cut out. High Priest reversed. I don't even deal with reversed cards. But okay, it's reversed. There's certain rules that you have to abide by, and if you do not abide by them, they will come and pick you up like this giant rock coming to steal a cow and eat it. there is victory for you. You are going towards the light, but you've got to act with wisdom, and you've got to cut out those things that are no longer necessary. It is going to be a balancing act, and time is going to pass as you more time. Oh, how can I put it? Even though you're forging ahead with all your strength, there's a waiting period, in which case you've got to let other people get rid of their own sing and dance. But for some reason, it's these performers again, but they're happy for you. I'm not sure how much that happiness meant, but I think now it means a bit more. The fact that they are more interested in being happy for you is a good thing. But you are going to be standing on your own 2 feet. You have to follow your heart. But who you are is changing. You need to defend those parts of you that you've always been proud of, because you are being led along a path. I did see the star when I was shuffling. Have I seen it around here? You are being led down a path, but you have to pay attention. And like I said, at the minute, be nice. Be nice does not mean not do what you're planning. Be nice means simply do it nicely. Tell the people that need to be told that this is what you're going to do and why you're going to do it. Look after those things that are close to you and that are precious to you. And I want to say, look after those people that are close and precious to you as well. They will support you if you do this in the right way. But obviously, from what these cards are telling me, there's a wrong way to do this as well. Because it's almost, you are putting an end to some form of torment and setting yourself on a whole new path of work where your skill and achievements will be recognized. You're actually going to get something for it this time. And so you're obviously on display, as we know, by the fact that the 3 of Cups is there again observing for you. Your ships are going to come in, but they're not necessarily going to be in quite the form that you was expecting. Harvest will be slow, as we know from this Temperance card here. But you are going to be bringing some form of unity around. You are starting on the in the process of manifesting something. Now here we have the Tower card this is a potential future. And of course, oh my God, the Tower. But I actually like this. I feel like you're getting rid of, you have the chance to get rid of stuff that has been holding you back. So this recent role where you took up a burden and then all of a sudden something's changed, either that role wasn't for you or it was simply a stepping stone to get you here. Don't mourn the loss of it, but extricate yourself from it nicely. Have some consideration for those people that were involved, but you will be guided in this. You just have to make sure that keep your eyes on the prize. Don't be worrying about what it is that you've lost. When you are being led along, a path. You are being called to leave things, the 3rd 8 of Cups, but you're not going to see the end destination just yet. I am just going to look up, because I don't know them all by heart. I've got my cheat sheets. I'm still trying to learn my astrology. I've been reading cards for 30 years and I don't know all the astrological associations, but I want to look up the 8 of Cups. Is Pisces. The first decan of Pisces, and also represents Saturn. Now, that's interesting. Saturn, considering we've got this Saturn-Pluto conjunction coming up. There's decisions that part of you have made that you are now bringing into the real world. And remember, Pluto is all about transformation and death. So that first transformation, that first burden that you picked up, that's only the start of it. Now, it's almost like that burden has been whipped away from you by circumstance. I'm not saying, and I'm not saying that you've put the burden down yet. It's just become really obvious to you that you need to put the burden down. So that's why we've got completion with the full moon, but also fog, veiled. But I do feel that other people, other people feel that you have been quite manipulative in this. I don't think that's fair, but I do think that's what somebody is thinking, that you've been quite manipulative, and that maybe some time on your own would help you benefit from, in their eyes, sorting your sen out, but in your eyes, birthing a whole new level of life. I will agree that time on your own you will benefit from, but not for the reasons that they say. There's things that you should cut out, and whoever is accusing you of being that manipulative person is one of them. Whoever else is involved with this burden, could they be feeling manipulated because you pick the burden up and then just as quickly you're going to put it down again? Yeah, ignore all of that, because you're wanting some form of wish fulfillment and hoping that there is wisdom in it. But I think you're a little scared of the change that will bring. We've got another death card. So that's all three Eight of Cups, all three death cards. The final outcome. Okay, it's love, Two of Cups. And the Emperor, master of your own domain. I'm not feeling that controlling aspect of the Emperor, but I am feeling that very strong, sometimes still a little bit to learn, even though, bear in mind, the Emperor is in charge of the four kings. But the Emperor always needs to learn a little something in my eyes. But you've got the Two of Cups. You're going to receive the healing. You're going to bring the unity around of the two things that you are requiring, with somebody who is actually quite grounded, or you are becoming the more grounded person, and you are going to be able to forge ahead with this. So just because this could easily be a love reading, it could be a project, it could be a direction in life, but it could be a love reading. Let's see what the rest of the Oracle cards have to say, because there is... Right, this has turned up in every single reading I've done so far today. The Guardian Angel of Service. I offer the best of my talents and goodwill, making my place in the universe a better one. And just like Cancer had, also a personal issue reaches resolution. Like I say, you've picked this burden up, you're putting it straight back down again. You are making your place better, and you are being in service by doing that. You are emerging into grace. I open my soul to grace. You are becoming more aware, finding your own supremacy and getting rid of unfairness. There may have been some act here with this past, with whoever you picked this burden up for had been a victim of some form of revenge, but you are finding redemption for them, for the perpetrator, possibly for you. There has been revenge, there will be destruction. But you can divine your way forward. But you're only ever going to get one step at a time spelt out to you, as was said with the cards around here. So have courage. You are not alone. You are being guided with this. It's time for you to trust, but it's also time for you to be independent. So if this is a love relationship, this is still a personal reading, because we're talking about you standing as a whole person, and then another whole person comes along and joins you, not that two of you become complete together or any of that nonsense. So I don't want to say I'm talking twin flame or anything like that, because the very concept of twin flame in this reading discounts what this reading is trying to tell you. You are being taught by what you've experienced in the past, what you're experiencing now. And yes, it is a repeat, as we can see with that Eight of Cups, Two of Wands, and Eight of Cups, Two of Wands here. This time, do it differently. Third chapter. So yeah, you have the power for this. If you're into your angels, Archangel Samuel. It's almost like the previous situation has come to an impasse, like I said with this death card. But anytime I choose, I can create my dreams. That's what it says. You need courage. There is change coming. Hades, Pluto. An individuation. You are standing upon your own 2 feet. You are coming into the role of the masculine. You are coming into the role of setting your goals and surging forward. You don't know where you're going, but you don't know where you're going, but you are going in the right direction. Okay, so Leo, if that means anything to you, let me know. Comment down below. Bear in mind that you may want to look at your waxing moon reading. Full moon readings will be out soon in anticipation of this lunar eclipse that's coming up. This is a big time in your life. It is a repeat lesson. There is almost, with a Saturn and Pluto conjunction, it doesn't matter where your natal Saturn is, this is a Saturn return of some form, of some lesson. So take advantage, do it right this time, all right? Cheers. Oh, Happy New Year.